Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to Spaceflight Simulator. Okay, so today what we're gonna do, if you look in the challenges section in, the menu, there's the captured asteroid, which I have not yet done a video on. So I thought today we're gonna try to go for both of these, the asteroid impact and the captured asteroid landing. So we're gonna build a rocket that has part of it that crashes into the asteroid and part of it that lands on the asteroid. So if you didn't know, in Spaceflight Simulator, go to the map here. Here's Earth, and then we have the moon here, and then all the way out here, there is a little tiny asteroid. So basically, this is the asteroid we have to land on. So we're gonna see if we can do it. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna wanna bring people with us. So we're gonna use the command pod here, and then, the usual heat shield and stuff. But we are going to want a separate part that crashes into it, and we're not going to want people in that one. So we're going to use a probe for the second part, and I think we should be able to just go kind of like this, maybe? Like that. I think that's all we need. And then we just need to bring this with us into space and then just launch that completely into the asteroid. But let's make this kind of look like a fancy little probe thing. Okay. We got solar panels, so it looks like a little satellite, but this is what's going to crash into it. Let's give it a little nose cone too, because why not? There we go.
It is too round on the top. It needs to be pointy.
So we got to hide this. We'll keep this at the top, actually. So here, I'm going to replace this with the Redstone Atlas pod, and then we can put a docking port on it. So if you don't know, the Redstone Atlas pod here has a parachute and a heat shield built into it already. So we're allowed to put a docking port right there to kind of help us with this. Okay, so now we just need to build a rocket. Let's put this at the top. Okay, so I'm actually going to separate this part for now, and we're going to build a rocket around this. Okay, I wonder if this is going to be enough. It might actually be better to... Let me redo this part. I wonder if I should put a fairing here or if it's going to be okay like that, because it looks like this is going to break, but I don't think it will. Okay, so here's the first attempt. This might not work, but I'm going to go with this rocket. Let me stage it up, and then we will try it. Okay, here we go. Attempt 1 for the captured asteroid. Okay, let's ignition and stage 1. There we go. So we are going to start panning to the right and get ourselves into orbit of the Earth. So that's the first step with all these missions, is to get Earth orbit, and then we will extend the orbit out and meet up with the asteroid. Okay, we're reaching our... So this is our current trajectory. So we got to wait till this is in space like that, and then we're going to cut the engines, actually. So we still have 2.5% fuel left in this first stage, so we're going to use that once we get up here. So the strat, if you don't know, if you've never played Spaceflight Simulator, once you get into space is when you're going to want to start boosting sideways, and that'll level out your orbit, and then you'll just be going in a circle around the Earth. So let's speed up time till we get there. So we want to be facing kind of flat so that the Earth is like flat below us. And then right about here, we're going to start giving it some power with the engines. And then we ran out of fuel on this stage, but that's fine because we have this whole stage, which is our orbital stage made for this. So you kind of want to balance your trajectory so this dot stays in front of you, because if this dot gets too far behind you, you're going to start falling back into the atmosphere. So you kind of have to angle up sometimes. It's easier the more thrust you have, but this engine's a lot more efficient, so that's why I used it instead of a high thrust engine. And we're basically just speeding up so that we're in orbit around the Earth. And we're getting there. A little more. And there we go. Okay, so now we are in low Earth orbit. So if I did nothing at all, our ship would just keep circling the Earth over and over. But that's exactly what we want. Okay, now we're going to zoom out and then click on the captured asteroid. And we're going to navigate to that. So it's going to give us a transfer window. So we have to wait till we're in this point in the orbit. So it's speeding up time. You can see that here. And the transfer window can move too. Then right there, it says we got to accelerate 671 more meters per second. So we're going to do a quick save. Pre-burn. So now I'm going to aim this direction and do full throttle. And we're just speeding up our orbit, and that'll grow this side of the orbit. And basically, we're going to grow that side enough that it reaches here. And by the time our rocket moves all the way to here, the asteroid will be there in its orbit. So we're going to meet up with it, basically. It's going to extend our orbit out. Okay, getting closer. Okay, so we went a little too fast, but that's okay. So with an asteroid being so small, it's going to actually be hard to meet up with it. So we are going to get an encounter right here. We actually, it looks like, there we go. I barely have one. So we're just going to wait, and then we can adjust it more when we get there. Because you can see this is my current trajectory, and it's still moving just because it's such a fine point that I'm trying to meet up with. So now we are on course to get pretty close to it. So let's do a save. And then I'm going to time warp to about right here. Okay, so it looks like this, we're going to slow down a lot right here. So I'm actually going to go a little more. And you can see the captured asteroids coming. And we still have an encounter, right? Yes. Okay. So now is the tricky part, because we need this section of it to crash into it and this section to land on it. So we can actually probably lose this part. It has a little bit of fuel, but we don't really need it. We're just going to aim right at it. And then, okay, this is kind of risky, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to dislodge this, switch to this. So now we're in control of this. We're going to open the solar panels that have no real purpose. They just look cool. And we are going to, where am I at right now? I'm still down here. Okay. Let's time warp some more. And I'm basically going to make myself crash right into it with this one. And then I'm going to hurry and switch to the other one and do a safe landing. Okay, here we go. So this is the crash one. Getting closer. Did I put RCS? No, I didn't. It might be hard to aim this. Gotta aim it so we crash right into it. Okay, so I need to be going to over 200 meters per second. So I actually gotta speed up a lot. Okay, we gotta balance this. I don't have RCS. So we're trying to make sure this stays lined up. And we need this number to be over 200. There we go. Okay. So now this is going extremely fast into the captured asteroid, which is exactly what we want. We're in 417. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to work. Let's watch it crash into it, and then we'll have to switch and do a safe landing with our other part of the rocket. Here we go. Okay, it's coming. It's going to be quick. There it is. And crashed. Okay. Okay, that one crashed. So I think that'll give us the one achievement. But now we got to use this rocket and not crash. Okay, so let's aim backwards so we can actually slow ourselves down. Okay, we're going 156. We're going to have to activate this and slow ourselves down. So we're just barely going because we don't want to go too fast into it. Okay, we're on our way. Let's time warp a little bit closer. The gravity does not pull very hard. You can see I'm not really accelerating. Oh, that's the wrong way. Go this way. Like that. Perfect. Okay, we're going to open the legs. Okay, let's not mess this up. Okay, there it is. We can see it. Here we go. Landing on the captured asteroid. Okay, our view changed. We don't want to be going too fast. Here we go. Oh, it's so small. Look at that. And count the land. Yes. Okay, we did it. We landed on it safely. Okay, we still have 85% fuel. This is actually a really easy mission to do, which is really nice. Okay, so now we just have to get back to the Earth. So let's just take off. I'm going to go this way. I don't know which way is the correct way to go. I'm just going to get out of here. Bruh. Okay, so we're already leaving the orbit of the asteroid. And it looks like if we don't do anything, we will leave Earth. So I'm going to time warp to our highest point right here in our orbit and then slow us down, and we should basically crash back into the Earth, but the heat shield will save us. So we're gonna go this way and then just start accelerating. And this will slow us down. That's our orbit, and you'll see that it'll shrink enough to just barely hit the Earth. Maybe. Oh, I'll hit the moon if I do this. Do like a slingshot. Oh, okay, I'm in high Earth orbit. Okay, I think I'll give it one more cycle around because the moon's kind of in the way. We don't want to hit the moon. That's another video. Okay, now we're slowing down. Bruh, the moon. You know what? Let's just do an orbit around the moon then. Why not? Just get really close to the moon for like no reason. Yeah, let's do that. we're gonna take a few pictures of the moon as we go by, and then we'll go back to Earth. We can see it. Look, moon is right there. We're going right next to it. Then we will crash into the Earth. Well, not crash. We're going to land safely. See this line? We're going to go till this is basically just skimming the atmosphere like that. Then we're going to time warp here. Okay. Very easy now. All we got to do, break off here. And then we just wait. And we'll start burning in the atmosphere, but we have a heat shield built into our command pod, so we will not burn to death, which is very helpful. Here we go. We will get the parachute ready. Entered Earth's lower atmosphere. Parachute. And here we go for the landing. Perfect landing onto Earth. Did we get... Look at all the challenges we beat. Low Earth orbit, high Earth orbit. Captured asteroid landing. Did I not get the crash one? Did I?
No! God, please, no! No!
Maybe it's not going to show it now. Let's see. Yes, look, we did it. We got both. Okay, that was actually really easy to do. So if you guys want to see me do it on realistic mode, which is like actually 10 times harder, leave a like on this video. If we get 2,000 likes, I will do it in realistic mode. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment of what you want to see in this game next, and I'll see you guys in the next video.